Hi everybody, it's Ms. Rosa back on track. So I wanted to talk to you guys today because I have a special guest. I actually wanted to share with you guys our opinion about just how we can talk about healthy eating. And her name is Tina. She's actually a mom herself, and everybody knows that I'm a mom myself too. So I will let her introduce herself to you. Go ahead.
Hi. Hi, you guys. My name is Tina, and yes, I am a mom. I have a beautiful, almost 13-year-old girl, and she's the center of my life, as she should be. Me and Rosa have been friends for a little while now. We met at a Zumba training class to become Zumba instructors, and we clicked right away. And we both have the same ideas about natural health and eating healthy, so I'm happy that I met her. I've had a journey with health myself. I had to have a big surgery about 6 years ago that led me into the natural health world because I got let down by doctors at that point. So I'm happy to be sharing what I know with you, and I'm happy to meet you all.
Yes, so we're happy that you're here with us too. So I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit about what Tina does. She's actually a part of a nonprofit organization where she is educating moms and young children how to eat healthy. And as you can see on my screen, you guys can see Sunlight Sunny Days. That's actually part of a book that was written, and you can actually see where you can find the book at the bottom right there. And of course it says eat leafy greens. They help strengthen your bones and build your muscles so you can be big and strong. So we think of a lot of the times, even like my son before and my nephews, so many kids, like for example, a lot of you guys that I know will say that vegetables are disgusting and that ew, every time I say eat your vegetables, you're like, they're disgusting. So I wanted to ask Tina your opinion about why is it that kids don't know why vegetables or eating greens is actually healthy and even good for you. Like they actually do taste really good.
Right.
And we're not just not making it up.
Right. Well, a lot of it starts obviously in the home, whether or not parents, supply that for them. A lot of parents don't know about healthy eating themselves, so they don't pass that on to their children. But the reason why a lot of kids think that it's disgusting is because really the only food that's naturally tasty is fruit. And that's because, it's being naturally tasty. Vegetables are great if you season them. So if you eat them raw, if you maybe put a little salt and pepper on them, or, season them however you'd like, obviously keep that healthy too. Don't go dipping them in, fattening things, but that's a whole nother story. But when you cook them, you have to steam them softly, not too much. Some people overcook them, so then they become kind of nasty. But it's all about learning how to cook them right, and then obviously seasoning them to your taste. And having kids help you make them will make it more fun for them and make them more willing to try it too.
So a lot of the times, the way I started to eat leafy greens, especially like kale and spinach, before I used to hate kale, but I actually started like cooking the kale in like low heat, and I just put some salt over it and a little olive oil, and I just mix it until I like the way it looked and it tastes. And it's actually really, really good. My son actually loves eating greens now. Like, it's amazing. So the next thing right here, the next slide that I have for you guys, it says, don't forget the pediatricians was not trained in nutrition. So one of the experiences that we've experienced with ourselves growing up and also our kids growing up is that our pediatricians, for me, they have never told me like how to eat vegetables or how to cook them or how to, they tell you like, oh, you're supposed to eat this portion and this portion, but they really don't tell you how. And I think that's the part that we're missing, and you guys might be misunderstanding. How do I do it? I know you're telling me to eat vegetables, but how are we going to do it, right, Tina?
Right. is with that is that pediatricians and anybody in the medical field was trained to kind of put band-aids on things rather than prevent things from happening. Now, when you get into natural health, that's more of a prevention thing. And the reason why pharmacies are called pharmacies, if you know, it's spelled differently, but pharmacy. So back in the old days, when people grew their own food, that's what you would use as medicine. So they don't really teach you that. Doctors don't teach you that because they weren't educated on it. But there's a lot of things, like, for example, if you take a teenager to the doctor because they, you know, have bad acne or something like that, they're going to prescribe them a cream to put on their face, when really, if they eat cleaner, their face will get cleared up. They won't have that acne and stuff like that. Or, you know, there's so many things that could be healed. Asthma could be healed with the way you eat. Eczema, you know, so many things that so many kids have.
Wow, that's actually pretty true. Like, a lot of the foods that I've eaten over the past year actually do made me have more acne. So even like extra olive oil, like I've explained it before, that actually makes me break out so bad. Like, it's crazy. So I know that I can't have it. I know that a lot of the like cream cheese, anything that's gotta be like just, you know, bad fats, that's what makes my body just, it doesn't like it. And so I break out. When I break out, and when you guys break out, that's a way of your body getting rid of toxins and bad things that you're eating, you know?
Especially like milk and cheese and stuff like that causes mucus in the body. And whenever, if you pop a pimple, you know, the white stuff that comes out, that's the mucus buildup that's in your body. That's your body. Your skin is like a second kidney. It's detoxing through your skin. So, you know, they don't teach you that kind of stuff. They just tell you, put this on it, you know.
Yeah, go get some medication or get
the thing that
else.
we're also miseducated on while we're growing up is everybody says, eat lots of protein, eat lots of protein. But you do need protein, but what they don't teach you is that protein is also in a lot of plants. And beans and nuts and seeds. You don't need animal protein, and a lot of animal protein will make you break out a lot. That's why if you see like bodybuilders and stuff, they usually have really bad skin because they overdose on protein.
Yes, that's actually a true fact for sure. And I didn't know, like, if you was to read, if you guys go to, you know, Google, because a lot of us have technology now, your phone, you can go and Google, like, how does broccoli have protein? The percentage of protein that is in, you know, broccoli, you actually will be able to find that it's true. So yeah, that's a good point that you're making. The next slide right here, that is part of the book of the nonprofit that Tina is doing, it says it's not about how much sugar your kids eat, it's about what kind of sugar your kids eat. So that's true, because like, for example, since I've been cleaning my whole diet, I went from eating white sugar to brown sugar to coconut sugar. And it's funny because I can't eat coconut sugar even though it's healthier than white sugar. So the only sugar that I can have is literally like organic dark brown sugar. That's it, without, so that it doesn't break me. So that statement is pretty true. And again, remember, you guys, it's about all self-educating. I didn't know this when I was younger, even like 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, when I started my cleaning, you know, process of eating. And I'm sure Tina didn't know this till maybe recently, right, Tina?
Right, yeah, I grew up in an Italian family, so all we did was eat, and there was always pastas and cookies and cakes and everything. So no, I definitely didn't know it when I was younger. You definitely have to educate yourself. But what the main thing I want to make the point of with that statement is that sugar, I can't tell you how many people I tell, eat fruit, because fruit is literally the healthiest thing in the world, and it cleanses your body. And it's the most tasty thing too. It has natural sugar in it, and we actually need that. We need those carbohydrates that we get from that, but we don't need the carbohydrates that you get from pasta and stuff like that. Those are like bad for you. The fruit is good for you, so you have to know the difference in what kind of sugars you're putting in your body. Obviously, choosing an apple over a Snickers bar is going to be your best choice.
Yes, and even with you know, later on, after you start educating yourself, after you start learning yourself and trying new things and trying, you know, how to eat vegetables and fruits and portions and stuff like that, I think later on you guys will be able to know that portion is actually like a big part of your diet too. So, you know, we say like fruits is the natural sugar and it's good for you, but sometimes remember, too much of something is still too much of something. But the whole point about what we're doing in here is just how to start eating healthier and how not to be afraid of eating your vegetables and your greens that are going to naturally help your body to get rid of your acne or maybe your eczema or whatever it is that you might be going through. So the next quote right here from the book that Tina is a part of, like her nonprofit, is that it says there are 200,000 plants on our planet that can be used as medicine. Now, you guys, that's a true fact right there, because what do you think people back in the days did with medicine? You know, there's not all these over-the-counter medication. They didn't have no stores to go to. They didn't have no doctors to go to. I mean, there was doctors, but I think most of the doctors were giving them natural ways of healing and getting better. So I think that you have to think about that. How did the people from back in the days did it? And most of them, they did it naturally, and that's what we're learning and we're trying to share too, right, Tina?
Yes, absolutely. Food is medicine. So if you use it wisely and you do your research, you'll learn you can literally not need to take any over-the-counter medication if you use herbs and fruits, vegetables, and just a clean diet the right way. You can cure just about everything, and you can prevent anything. And especially at a time like we're going through right now in the world, it's very important, because it's very important to build up your immune system so that you don't catch viruses and all other kinds of sicknesses, cancer, stuff like that. Cancer comes from food, what we eat, our lifestyle.
And
lupus comes from that. Like, so many things come from a bad diet. So it's all about educating yourself and using your food as medicine.
Yes, and I will, I can't disagree with Tina. And just remember, this conversation is between two moms. I'm a mom. My son is 10 years old. And his, I have to watch out what he eats. And I wouldn't be telling you this if I'm not doing something for my son too. And I'm not doing it myself. And also Tina is a mom. And she's also helping her daughter to start eating healthier at a younger age. And that's all we're doing in here. We're just trying to have you guys get more education on what it is that you're doing, especially now with the coronavirus. You have to stay home, which means that you have to start choosing better foods to eat to have natural energy, so that your skin doesn't become dull or just pale or with full of acne. And some of you guys might think, I'm young enough and nothing's gonna happen. No, this is the right time for you to learn, because you're young enough, so you have more time to try different things. So I would like for you guys to follow us on social media. If you guys like this, you can follow me on Instagram at Latina Mummies, TikTok Rosa for Latinas, YouTube, you already subscribed to it if you're listening to this. You can also follow Tina at Labracious81 and Instagram Eat That Sunlight. And also you can order the book too. You can go to the link that I'm going to attach to this, and so that you can start educating yourself. And if you're the person in your family that it doesn't have the money, it doesn't have the control of what it is that you're eating, at least you're educating yourself now, so that when you are on your own, you can start making choices for yourself and good decisions for yourself when it comes to health. And you also can help your little brothers and sisters. And if you know anybody who can benefit from this too, go ahead and share it. And I want to say thank you to Tina for helping us. And again, follow us so that you guys can learn more about this and just start becoming more educated. Right, Tina?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you guys. So that's it. This is the video from Miss Rosa, I hope you guys are keeping safe. You guys had a great weekend, and just keep going. Keep going, keep being self-educated.